In this demo I'll show you how to create a simple servlet, and the only reason I'm doing this is to make sure that the Eclipse installation is correct and that Tomcat can be run from Eclipse. Now if you're eager to jump to the web services, just skip this video altogether. Before we can test out Apache, we need to create a project. I'm going to create a dynamic web project. Start by selecting File, select New, then finally select Dynamic Web Project. That's the kind of project we need. This brings up the new Dynamic Web Project creation wizard. We'll give the project a name. By default, the Dynamic Web Module version is 3.0. I'm going to select 2.5, which is a little more mature. You'll find 2.5 in the drop-down list. And then press Finish to dismiss the dialog. In the Project Explorer, you should now see a new project. We'll select it so we can see the content. Next, I'm going to create a simple servlet. I can do so on the toolbar where there is a New button, usually to the very far left. I'll select the Servlet option. Eclipse brings up a Create Servlet wizard. I'll have to specify the package for the servlet. I'll use com SciSpike servlet, and I'll call the servlet Hello World. I'll press Finish to dismiss the dialog. To make sure everything works, we need to implement the doGet method on the servlet. I'll maximize the code window so you can see better. We'll have to replace the to-do comment with some real code. I don't know how well you know servlets, but I'm going to just make a quick implementation of a servlet that produces a Hello World output. I used the print writer, but I forgot to import it, so I have to do that. And that should do it. Now what this code does is it basically opens up a print writer that writes back to the browser, and then it produces a very simple HTML file that all it does is it shows Hello World. And before we move on, I'll save it and I'll normalize the code window. To test out our new servlet, we need to right click on the servlet itself, and we need to select Run and then Run on Server. Now the problem I'm having here is that my screen capturing software, basically the menu is outside the screen, so you won't see that. But what you need to do is to select Run and then Run on Server. This brings up a new dialog. This dialog is called Run on Server dialog, and allows us to select which server we want to run our application on. We will pick Tomcat 7. And then click on Finish to start the server. You should now see a startup status on the bottom right of your screen showing that Tomcat 7 is starting. Eclipse has a built-in browser, and if everything went okay after Tomcat has started up, you should now see the Hello World window in a browser inside Eclipse.